Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2. Everything you need to know. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 arrived in November 2024 and serves as the last season of the beloved hit series. Audiences cannot get enough of the acclaimed contemporary Western series by Taylor Sheridan, which has been a major success for streaming platform Paramount+. In fact, Yellowstone has already inspired two series spin-offs, 1883 and 1923 period dramas that serve as prequels to Yellowstone, and several other follow-ups are in the works to continue the tale as well. Yellowstone Season 5, Part 1 ended dangerously for the Dutton family. The ranch hands make their way to the Four Sixes in Texas to save their cattle, leaving Case in charge. Meanwhile, in a twist to Beth and Jamie's rivalry in Yellowstone, Jamie gets the upper hand when threatening to reveal John's involvement in multiple murders. Anticipating his family's moves, Jamie gets help from Sarah Atwood, who convinces Jamie to hire assassins. It sets the stage for an intense showdown in the final chapter of the series, and Season 5 Part 2 promised to be Yellowstone's most shocking yet. Because Season 5 was fractured into two disparate parts, it's hard to fully assess how well the season was received on the whole. However, Season 5 bits was controversial to say the least, and the finale of Yellowstone, Season 5, Episode 14, was just as divisive. While the season itself maintains a respectable score on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, reviews for the final episode were largely negative, with many lambasting the sloppy conclusion. The best that Vulture could muster was that it was bad in a comfortable, predictable way, which is the consensus. Screen Rant echoed many of the sentiments found in other reviews, and described the last episode as disappointing in its mishandling of its emotionally weighty ideas. Though there is still much confusion surrounding the fate of the flagship show, the finale of Yellowstone Season 5 bits was billed as the end of the trail. Unfortunately, that trail seemingly only led to a dead end. Everyone in the main cast of Yellowstone Season 5, Part 1 returned for Part 2, with one notable exception. Beth, Kelly Riley, Jamie, Wes Bentley, Cates, Luke Grimes, and Monica Dutton, Kelsey Asbill, reprised their respective roles, but Kevin Costner did not return as Patriarch John Dutton. Costner laid out his reasons for leaving the show, but his absence from Season 5 bits certainly weighed everything down. Paramount released a brief teaser a few months before the debut of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 on their official Instagram account. The clip shows Rip stalking through the ranch with a gun before finally entering the Dutton mansion. Little actual footage from the season is used, but the teaser is clearly trying to signal the violent and bloody conclusion that has been building since Season 1. Just days after the first teaser was released, the Yellowstone official Instagram account dropped a second short trailer. Like its predecessor, the second teaser remains vague and is made up of clips of the Dutton family mansion that are punctuated by narration from the main characters. What the trailer truly highlights is the absence of Costner's John Dutton, and it seems to suggest the patriarch may die during the second half of Season 5. In the same week as the first two teasers were released, a third trailer for Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 has debuted, which teases even more chaos. Opening with footage of Kevin Costner's John Dutton talking about his family's rich history of ranching, the teaser then hints that infighting and family strife may finally tear the Duttons apart. After a long string of teaser trailers, Paramount finally released a full trailer for Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 in late October. Using existing footage of Costner's John Dutton to highlight the generational nature of the story, the trailer returns to some of the most heated feuds in the series. Case makes a blood pact with Thomas Rainwater, Rip gets his hands dirty doing Dutton family business, and Jamie exchanges a few violent words with Beth. All this points to an explosive conclusion for the popular neo-Western. The conclusion of Yellowstone Season 5 bits is perhaps the ending of the entire series, and it certainly had a conclusive tone, even if things were predictable. All the major storylines were given a sense of conclusion, and it's clear that the chapter has been closed for better or worse. Revenge was attained, wrongs were righted, and though it didn't have much to say, the finale did at least allow things to change, which is what an ending needs to do for a show like Yellowstone. However, it's not entirely clear if the story is really over, even if the flagship show concludes. Besides the prequel series, 1883 and 1923, the future of the Yellowstone franchise is already being written as well. Though the 6666 spin-off has been languishing in no man's land for quite some time, it has been revealed that a spin-off involving Rip and Beth is already in the works, with Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser set to reprise their roles. While many details are still unknown about the aforementioned continuation, the ending of Yellowstone Season 5 bits perhaps offers a few clues about what happens next. For fans of Yellowstone, the wait for Season 5 Part 2 has felt as long and treacherous as a cattle drive through the Montana wilderness. But the good news? The Duttons are returning for one last ride, and it's shaping up to be an explosive conclusion to Taylor Sheridan's modern Western masterpiece. Here's everything you need to know about Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2, from its release date to major plotlines, cast updates, and the future of the franchise. When will Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 premiere? After significant delays due to behind-the-scenes drama and Hollywood's industry strikes, Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is officially set to return in November 2024. Paramount Network has confirmed this will be the final installment of the flagship series, bringing closure to the Dutton family saga. Fans have waited since January 2023, when the first half of Season 5 wrapped up, making this one of the longest breaks between episodes in the show's history. What happened in Yellowstone Season 5 Part 1? Season 5 kicked off with John Dutton, Kevin Costner, reluctantly stepping into the role of governor of Montana. While his new position gave him power, it also placed a target on his back. Beth, Kelly Reilly, continued her battle against market equities and Jamie, Wes Bentley, who seemed more determined than ever to carve his own path, one that might lead to the destruction of his own family. Rip, Cole Hauser, and the ranch hands took on dangerous new challenges, while Case, Luke Grimes, and Monica, Kelsey Asbill, endured heartbreaking personal losses. The mid-season finale left fans with burning questions. Would Jamie really follow through with his plot to take down John and Beth? Could the ranch survive the external threats? And what did Case's vision truly mean for his future? What to expect in Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2? With the final 6 episodes ahead, tension is at an all-time high. Here's what to expect. 1. The Dutton Civil War reaches its peak. The rivalry between Beth and Jamie has been simmering since Season 1, but it's now a full-fledged war. Beth has vowed to destroy her brother after discovering his betrayal, and Jamie seems equally committed to eradicating his father's hold on Montana. Some fans believe only one of them will survive by the end of the series. 2. John Dutton's fate. Kevin Costner's highly publicized exit from the series has led to speculation about John Dutton's fate. Will he be killed off in a shocking twist, or will he ride off into the sunset, leaving his empire behind? Sheridan has promised a satisfying yet emotional ending, and John's fate will undoubtedly be at the center of it. 3. Rip and Beth's future. Despite the chaos around them, Rip and Beth remain one of the most beloved couples in television. With Rip taking the herd south to Texas in the mid-season finale, many wonder if the couple will find happiness away from Montana or if tragedy awaits them. 4. Case's vision and the future of the ranch. Case's vision quest in Season 4 hinted at 2 possible paths for his life. With his family's legacy on the line, will he step up and take over the ranch, Or will he choose a life away from the violence that plagues the Duttons? 5. The 6666 Ranch Tie-In. With Yellowstone set to conclude, its spin-off 6666 Four Sixes is expected to take center stage. Rip, Walker, and several other ranch hands are already in Texas. Could this transition set the stage for the next chapter in Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone universe? Who's returning for the final episodes? The main cast is expected to return, including Kevin Costner, John Dutton, Kelly Rayleigh, Beth Dutton, Wes Bentley, Jamie Dutton, Luke Grimes, Case Dutton, Cole Hauser, Rip Wheeler, Kelsey Asbill, Monica Dutton, Gil Birmingham, Thomas Rainwater, Forey J. Smith, Lloyd Pierce, Dana Richards, Colby. However, Costner's return has been surrounded by rumors. While he was initially reported to have exited Yellowstone, new reports suggest he may return in some capacity to wrap up his character's story. The end of Yellowstone, but not the end of the universe. Though Yellowstone is concluding, Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone universe is far from over. Several spin-offs and prequels are in the works, including